Falcons taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Santa Clara. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. For the first time would be John Robinson. We'll get this to about the 38. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Again, it's Robinson. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, 61 yards. And the Falcons are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2. End zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead now. Maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43.
60 Bison.
He'll look to throw. complete. And he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards for number 11. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They'll look to throw again. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Niners are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Stroud. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards, first down Atlanta.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Second and 10. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he's going to be netted about the 43. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Falcons.
Here we go.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 2nd and 6. Stroud looking to change the play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And he gets him a little bit closer, takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Play action. Here's Stroud. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Buggy. Why Tony?
And Stroud now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal.
19 Texas. 11, 18. What's up?
Stroud to throw it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2. And now off to the races down the right side. Inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. For a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
Stroud looking to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. There he goes, left side. And into the end zone. Quick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. Well, how about that? You use a high draft pick on this guy back in April, hoping he'll grow into a role as the season progresses. And now look at this, a pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Sometimes the evaluation doesn't match what the kid brings to the table. He progressed quickly.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson takes it to about the 37.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Here's a 2nd and 8.
All right.
Robinson with another carry. Through the middle of the field. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boswell good with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back to throw here. He finds his man complete. It's Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there. And they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching, and how about how he's picked things up.
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it in.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
All right.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 160 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll run again here with Robinson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming out, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8.
All right. 18.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second down and 8. Now they'll change things up. Stroud will throw it. They'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Stroud off the play fake. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. Here's Stroud. Hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and that will force a turnover on downs. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out.
And a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a 2nd season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
All right. Rock, 19 Texas.
Now Stroud. Looking deep here from Mooney. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. That's caught downfield by Kittle. Big strides, look at him go. George Kittle. And he's in for a touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He may go. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
Come on, set. Cougar 19. Ready.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. Like the 18. Go.
They'll drop the throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll try to run this one in. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the 49ers are looking good here in the season openers. They're able to extend their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Here we go.
They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles around the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
This 2nd and 4.
Okay.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
18. Uno more.
Throwing now is Stroud. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, uno.
Stroud and company going for it. That is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. 62 yards. And the Falcons take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Falcons, 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A handoff left, McCaffrey. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, 59 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Falcons, 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Robinson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 4th down, here's Stroud. And Incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Now
a play fake here on first down. And this is taken in at the 5. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Ricky Pearsall, 38 yards. And the Niners get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Around 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons are able to at least get one score back. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Falcons, 28.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Let's go. 79. Pick it up. You're embarrassing.
Now back to throw. Man, and he hits him in stride. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Got it. Ready?
Here's a give up the middle. Avoids him at the 40. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this one is no good. He missed it. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up. When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stroud. Over the middle, complete. That's Douglas. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible.
3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Stroud now on 4th down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They'll get 19 yards there. And that leads to an Atlanta 1st down.
1st down, Atlanta.
Here goes Stroud again. This ball down the field for Pitts.
And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Look to hot, look to hot. Here we go.
Stroud.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. The Falcons on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
But this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Kyle Pitts
from 13 yards out.
And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
36.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
36.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis.
And the big fella stumped that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 118. Outside.
And Stroud now to throw. That's complete to Mooney.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Falcons first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get one. That's memorable. Two? Hello.
Now, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
He's going to air one out. Here's a diving catch right side. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 49 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Stroud to throw it. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is down to 20.
Makes the score Niners 63.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Third and 8. They'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately,
look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now down to 20.
70. Falcons 50.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And it's the 49ers who recover it, and that ought to just about do it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1 and one of our